Welcome back to BaldHeaded Metal, guys, and welcome back to another reaction. This time around, we're going to react to Enslaved, the River's Mouth. Now, it's a band I am quite familiar with. I've heard a couple of albums. I know the history of the band, the importance of the band, the transition of like this kind of black metal sound that they've had, and kind of how they transitioned to more prog rock elements. And I haven't really followed recently what the band's been doing. So I think it's be interesting. One of the songs you guys kept recommending for me to check out was The River's Mouth. Let's see from what I remember about this band and obviously what it has become to see if I enjoy this particular song. This band has never really hooked or clicked with me like some other bands, perhaps why I haven't followed them so closely, but there is an immense respect for them and what they do, sort of like I mentioned with Amorphous. That being said, let's get into it and see what we got. So far, that beginning part is good. Good riff. It's one of those bands that transitioned dramatically from what they were in the beginning and changed. And it seems like the more I interview some of these old school veteran bands, you start understanding it's just a natural evolution. You can't stick to the same formula you started in the beginning because then you're going to become archaic. And as musicians, you grow and expand and want to do other things. One of the prime examples I remember was Carcass. From their grindcore days, they said that we wanted to do something different. We wanted to show some people we have skills. And when they released Heartwork, they just blew everybody's faces away how they could play in comparison to their older stuff. And it happened actually, I think, as well with Celtic Frost, the way their progressions when they start putting symphonies and all these intricate elements into their music. So it's nice to see bands progress. So far, I'm enjoying this. I don't know where the music video is going, but that's the least of worries. Yeah, there's a lot of prog rock going on in this song that I remember them to have. And it's kind of in the vein of what I remember them to be. And the reason I think it reminds me, the reason I've never really connected with it is that they have these really long, drawn out sections that they do to kind of, again, build. It's the roots of the metal that they play is black metal, right? And they have always been this kind of atmospheric band. And they really stretched certain sections out where I would like to see more progression. I think that for me, where it comes from, where I always say I want more progression or I want more changes, is I listen to a lot of thrash metal. It's my favorite genre. And like the best of the best thrash metal bands, they always have interesting, like they kind of base their music on various riffs, right? How many riffs can we do in there? How many solos we can do in there? And that variety is something I've gotten so used to that other genres, that's not their focus and their aim. But I've become a little bit biased towards the things that I like. But this is in from a perspective of just understanding what they're doing. This is great. It's just not something I'm in the mood for a lot. It's something I'll put on the back burner until it kind of I'm in that specific mood. I want to listen to it. A lot of times I listen to black metal. Actually, is in the winter, especially Immortal when I'm walking through snow. But here's the change up. The highlight of the song for me is the drummer. I really enjoy what he's doing there. Yeah, let's see. It is the case of this song as well. It has this drawn out sections, even though cool. They sound great, but it's only for so long until I'm like, I find myself impatient. And whether it's my fault or the fault of the song, you know, that's up to the argument of each person. But objectively speaking, this is like you can understand why they have the reputation that they have. But I also understand why I've kind of been on the periphery of this band and had others on my list. For example, I checked out the latest album from Evil Invaders, which is like a old school thrash metal album. And man, I loved it automatically because it's my comfort zone. It's my meat and potatoes. It's just the thing that I always could see myself coming back to. No matter how much I travel out to other genres and listen to other bands, it's most of the time I come back to death metal and thrash metal because I've always been this kind of extreme guy who loves these extreme genres. Let me know what you think of this particular song. Obviously, the importance of this band, I would love to hear your opinion on as well. And guys, most of all, in this trying time for the whole world, make sure to take care of yourselves, stay safe out there, and keep it metal.